Lebu is a girl who grew up in the hood. She's passionate about education. She's passionate about the black child and their education.
Tati is, I grew up in Kagiso. Tati is competitive.
Busi, wow. I get overwhelmed about myself because I'm just so out there. I come from a township where everything that is wrong is around you, and I'm so happy that I can become a testimony of coming out of, a very, very bad place and, becoming the diamond. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm a pusher.
Lindiwe is, I'm from a very small town, Balfour. In the street that I grew up, I'm the only graduate. We're from a place where you looked at other people and you believed that they deserved things that are nice because they grew up in big houses. I grew up in an RDP house with a very loving mom. And she taught me how to be strong. What I can say about Lindiwe is that Lindiwe is a fighter. I love music. I love writing music. That is my space. Lebu literally stalked me on Facebook, and then she sent me an email from Pioneer, and the rest is history.
I heard about it first from Untadile. When I heard about it the first time, I was like, these things again, I don't think I can do this again, and all of that. But then I heard about it on social media again, and then I went personally this time because pride can get the better of you. So there was no way that I wasn't going to get into Total Life Changes.
How I heard Total Life Changes is from Untadile. I vented about, my struggles. She came to my one of the graduation parties of my institution, and she's like, I want us to sit down and talk about how to make more money, more income. To me, I didn't want to think about it because I needed that extra buck. And by just saying yes, wow, my life has completely changed.
My story was simple. Kanya said, there's this tea thing. But we were so desperate at the time, so hungry that anything made sense. And I literally went manic.
Being a boss babe to me means that I can do more for those that I love. So I'm not limited in terms of what I can do.
Now that I'm a boss babe, the kind of friendships I keep are different. The kind of conversations you're in are different. The kind of lifestyle you can lead as a boss babe is very different.
Being a boss babe has really opened up discipline because I've got targets to reach, and that also helps you move in whatever you do. And you know what? Time freedom. So to me, being a boss babe is just fabulous.
For me, being a boss babe, one thing that I can highlight is being connected to people that you could have never met, and realizing that there are other women that think the same as you, which is quite a good network, and being able to be that lady that will inspire that young girl, to look good and go out there and do it yourself before you can expect it from somebody else.
The sisterhood to me means that I am not limited anymore. When I'm with the sisterhood, I get to say I'm gonna drive that Evoque and no one is gonna question me. No one's gonna be like, how are you gonna do that? I've had people laughing at me because of my dreams.
People are of loyalty, of sisters who are loyal. I can call you guys for anything. And we know that, if you are in the partnership of the Bifflin Boss Babe, you will get far because we're dreamers and we're doers. So you don't just dream, you actually do it and get it done.
The Bifflin Boss Babe movement has actually just sharpened me, and I'm about to pierce.
Yes, girl.
It's getting people that will keep you accountable for your dreams.
I practice a lot of selfishness. It has to be about me, because I can't help the next person if I haven't sorted myself out. So if I allow people to pull me around, I'm a mess myself. What can I do for them if I'm a mess myself? So yeah, that's what I practice on a daily.
If I don't have any peace about it, I won't do it. I'll also give myself a lot of time out. If I need the time out, my body will tell me. And especially after ranking, whether it's someone in my team that I've been helping to rank, whether I've been ranking, my body will tell me, it's time. So I'll just time out. Lebo, it's time out.
In order for me to take care of myself, I also, like Lebo, do have timeouts. As much as I want to have 50 things accomplished in a week, if 25 is done and my body says rest, then you need to rest.
The greatest lesson which I've learned from The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes is that no is definitive, and not just no to people, but no to people making you feel guilty. Now you're in this position, and the first thing people will say is, oh, now that you don't want to spend time with me. No, because I think that as women, we always want to explain ourselves, and that's a very, very hard part of self-love.
My daily routine is simple. I wake up in the morning, I pray, I read the word, and I speak into my day.
I've made sure that in between I'll do a lot of Biflin, because Biflin brings so much excitement in my life. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of stress, but it's also one of the things that I love, because I love challenges.
I do this business full time, so I think that it becomes, if you don't have a plan, it becomes very dangerous. And then I go about my day, and then I do dream building before that. So dream building means I'm on Pinterest, I'm searching for ideas of, what am I chasing, because we have to escape the reality sometimes, not escape it, but just to see what is out there and what are my possibilities and what am I working hard for.
I'm not a big reader, okay, but I love podcasts. I love listening to motivational speakers. So I channel into that, and then my day just starts up, and I just want to exercise, and I just kill it at the gym.
Beyonce sets her own standards. She does not conform to anyone's standards. I mean, I've gone through Beyonce's wall, and there's days where she, like, what she's wearing, you like, hey, if I wore that, no one would respect me. But she doesn't care.
I'd say Beyonce simply because of when she sang Love on Top, and she was pregnant, and she went 4 octaves high, and she was dancing.
Yes. August 11th.
And when she went boom, I love music. So to get to that level, pregnant, in heels this long, and dancing, was like, Yes. And then she went and she sang I Was Here.
Beyonce, diva. Finish.
Done.
Next. Beyonce, diva, done. I'd really want people to just understand that nothing is impossible.
It's very important for one to start loving themselves and who they are and where they come from, and embrace themselves completely, and from that point know that they deserve better.
I would like people to know there's a drum, there's a beat that we all have. And I don't know if a lot of people understand this beat. It's the kind of beat that makes you leave your job. It's the kind of beat that makes you feel like, I always have a thing that I believe I'll always be okay. If these birds are flying and they're fed, and they can look down and they can see bread, and they fly to a next destination and they see an apple, God has our back. So all I am called to do is to listen to the beat, to listen to the drum. So a lot of people live a life where they never listen to the drum, or they're scared of the drum, or the drum says jump and they say, but who's going to protect me? And if you don't have any sense of intention, or courage, you won't be the bird who goes and finds the bread.
Your past doesn't make you. It
Yeah.
doesn't define you. I mean, it contributed to who you are now, but it doesn't have to be the limitation of where you are going.
Yes.
So I'll explain the ham. So Shonda, you know guys, I love Shonda, right? So, it's like my dream. But so her ham is, she has 3 shows. I don't know how many shows she has now on Thursday night, ABC. So she has Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Grey's Anatomy, Being Mary Jane. She's that woman, she writes. So her ham comes from when she writes all of this, and that's where she finds her biggest purpose. That's where, you know, that's her greatest passion. Boss Babes is my ham. It's where I feel the most like this is where I should be. The high purpose is to help as many women. And because you help so many women, you actually make money.
Education is my ham, guys. In everything that I do, education all the way.
Bufflin, guys. Bufflin. Like,
Oh, yes.
when I close my eyes, I thank God. I'm like, thank you for placing me here. You know, because I'm glad that I've touched Leru's life, I've touched Lindiwe's life, and they've touched other people's life because of my single decision. So, yeah.
My ham now is Bufflin. Bufflin in a sense that I was able to go into my community and say, guys, you know, here's this beautiful thing that will allow you to move from where you are